Bonkai. Tai Gurun Hyorinmaru! Right! Pantera! Bonkai! Bonkai! Bonkai. Bonkai! Bonkai! Always be prepared, see?
That was actually from Bleach Rebirth of Souls. Bleach has always been one of my favorite animes to watch, so I was more than ecstatic when they announced Bleach Rebirth of Souls. Finally, a AAA game which at least most of us wanted. Before we get started, let's look at this. Right from the menu, when you select story mode, you see Ichigo Kurosaki because he's the main character. And if you select offline mode, it automatically changes to Kurosachi Mayuri. Then if you go to online mode, you get Uryu Ishida. If you go to tutorial mode, you get Renji Abarai and Kuchiki Byakuya. And if you select store, then you get, guess who? Yep, it's none other than Urahara Kisuke. And this just shows you the kind of passion and commitment that they had. But I think because of the budget constraints or something which has not been verified yet, I feel like this game excels in some places, but not so excels in some other. But the good news is, it excels where it matters the most: gameplay. The gameplay is really focused. I think that's the best way to describe it. It doesn't have much of a downtime. It's not like Dragon Ball Z where you can, you know, blast an enemy off and you have time to charge, or you can just move around the battlefield. It is not an arena fighter. It is more on the lines of Soul Calibur. Yeah, you know what? That's a really good description. It's more in line of with Soul Calibur, and it shows. It's a much more focused game. You cannot charge your own ki. You're at the mercy of the game. I wouldn't say mercy of the game, but you can charge your spiritual pressure by attacking enemy. And unlike Dragon Ball Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, where it's kind of mostly the same tempo unless you go into sparking mode, in this, as the fight progresses, you get a little bit more stronger. So by the time you reach the end of the match, it's much more fast paced because your spiritual pressure recovers much more faster. Your defense gauge, all your different meters, they fill up a lot faster than they did at the beginning of the game. And I just can't tell you how awesome that is. You just have to play it to understand it, and it's fun. It's much more focused, as I said before. It's fast paced. It starts off slow because you can't use all of your moves. You have to attack them for a while, then your meter fills up, and then you attack. But as I said before, as the game progresses, the match progresses, you get considerably more stronger and much more fast paced. And every character has a signature move. It's different. It's unique. Some characters just have a downward slash, while some characters like Byakuya can actually seal and release their Shikai at will. And some characters are just completely spammable with their special attack or B button, like Renji Abarai, because the range on that thing is absolutely ridiculous. So, what are the things that I don't actually like? When you actually play the story mode of the game, uh, the cutscenes are a lot to be desired. Cutscenes leave a lot to be desired because they're not that good. You see the same weird poses they do for every that each character does almost 10 to 15 times. The presentation is not that good, and some characters just look downright ugly. And that is me saying this as a Bleach fan. I really want this game to be good. But unfortunately, even after all of these updates, it's not good. But as I said before, the quality is a little bit inconsistent. Some of the cutscenes look really good, and some they do not. I have no idea why is that the case. Some have really good anti-aliasing, some are really smooth, while some just look downright like the early 360 PS3 era game, which is kind of disappointing because this is supposed to be a 2025 game. And even if you take the graphics aside, this game still stutters sometimes. Not all the time and not in all of the maps, but there are some maps which the game stutters or there are frame drops which I don't understand why. It's not there in the in the other maps or other arenas, but sometimes it's just there and it's just so annoying. So that's so I think the game is not well optimized, probably because the studio is not used to making games like these at such a level. But that's a negative criticism aside. An easy fix for that would be not to play in those arenas or maps. But I know that's not a permanent solution, but it's one way to mitigate that. So, coming to the number of characters, unlike Dragon Ball Z or it doesn't have a hundreds and hundreds roster. It's more like in the 30 between 30s to 40s, and there's still DLC characters coming, which I haven't bought yet. I'm kind of waiting for a sale to buy those things because I'm a bit short on cash right now. So maybe you can subscribe and like it, the video, to help. Okay, sorry. Shameless plug aside, let's talk just about this game. So as I said before, the cutscenes are not that good, and the backgrounds sometimes have a lot of shimmer, a lot of uh, rough edges. But you must be wondering, wait, you just showed us the Bankai montage at the beginning of the video. How is that so? How does that look so good? And the reason is because they are focused efforts on where it matters the most. Now, even though in during gameplay, while it's not completely visible because you're too focused on the game on the match, some of the backgrounds don't look good. But as soon as there's an intro for the characters or there's a special move, everything changes to high quality. I don't know why couldn't they have done that for the entire game, but that's the case. That's what we got until now. So if any of you are wondering that doing your special attacks or intros you'll get distracted by them, do not worry. I think the game has you covered, and it looks really awesome as you have seen in the intro. And even between the matches, you'll see the it's not just a simple loading screen, right? Even the menus oozes with style here. But those are some of the positives and negatives. But let's talk about the worst thing about this game. There's not enough content in offline mode, and there's a mode called mission mode where at 1 star you battle 1 star difficulty enemies, and at 2 stars you battle 2 star difficulty enemies. The way to unlock them is kind of hard. Normally in other video games, the way you unlock higher levels is to beat the previous level, right? It seems like such a logical option. But this game, no, that's not the way to do it. You have to reach at least level 20 to unlock the 2 star version. And what does it offer you? It just offers you a continuous matchup of I mean your health doesn't recover. Let's say you start match 1 with 100%, and that health carries over to the second match and third match and the fourth match. That's basically the gist. And coming to online mode, to be frank, I'm not much of an online player. I don't compete against other players. I just like to play the game offline at my own leisure against an AI and try to get good at it. I am not a professional video game fighter man, if you say. At least I'm not that, but I do enjoy video games. I'm mostly a single player person, and that's what I enjoy. So, coming to the big questions, should you actually buy this game? It's actually currently on sale. It's on it's sale on Xbox and PlayStation right now. The Ultimate Edition is probably like $60 right now, which usually is like 70, $80. And I must say, if you're wondering, is this a good fighting game? I'd say yes. There's a fighting game channel called Globku, uh, who just mostly does anime fighting game reviews or fighting game reviews, and he doesn't think it's a dud. So, and this game is pretty balanced too, in a way. They're constantly releasing updates every few months to balance out the player. They haven't abandoned this game. And at least until 2026, you'll get a constant stream of updates because they have they're gonna release 4 characters for this game. They've already released 2. One is Ichigo from Thousand Year Blood War, and uh, I think it's Unahan. I keep forgetting her name. She was the first Kenpachi. Yeah. So, yeah, if you're actually tired of arena fighters, because Naruto Storm Connections has been a bit disappointing, as said by other people, because Storm 4 was better than Storm Connections, and you have Dragon Ball Z, and if you want something a bit more weapon focused than fist focused, this is a really good game. It might not have that many characters, but every character has enough depth and difference, and you won't get bored. I think the best part about this game is that the tempo of the match changes as you go through. That is the best feature ever. You get stronger as the match goes through, you recover your spiritual pressure more quickly, you recover your gauges more quickly, you can use it for defense, you can use it for attack, you can use it for to heal yourself, to prolong the match, or you can deal more damage. It's completely up to you. I would say definitely buy this. Definitely at least give this a try. It's a wonderful game. You will not regret buying it if you're a Bleach fan. And if you're not a Bleach fan, any nothing I say will not. It's gonna be a bit of a hard sell because it doesn't have that many characters compared to Dragon Ball Fire Sparking Zero. But if you watched the Thousand Year Blood War and you thought it was interesting, definitely give this game a try. Okay, that's it. Peace.